Hello my friends, hello again. My name is Kyle, and here on my channel, I bring you real English. Real English that you can understand to help you to improve your English. You might be thinking, why am I talking so fast right now? This is how I would talk with my friends, family, co-workers. This is my natural, normal, native English, and this is an advanced level video. So guys, this will be a challenge for you, but it is important that we keep on exposing ourselves to more and more difficult content in order to improve. So today I am going to speak in my normal, natural English about something that you guys might find interesting, something that I find kind of sad, but I'm going to talk about some of the problems that we are facing here in the US, both social problems and economic problems, okay? These are some of the things that I've been thinking about. I've been hearing about them on the news, and they're kind of scary. They really are kind of scary because it feels like my country is really going down, especially in the big cities. But there's still hope. There's still hope, don't worry. So, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is that a lot of US American citizens are facing money problems, okay? Now, I completely understand, guys. Ooh, hold on. I completely understand that in other parts of the world, things are so much worse. I am not trying to say, oh, it's so bad here, it's so bad here. No, because I know in other countries like Venezuela, where the inflation was so bad, a lot of other countries in different parts of the world, the economic situation is so much worse, okay? So I am not trying to say that America is terrible as far as the economy. What I am saying is that it's a problem that so many Americans are facing these issues because the US was supposed to be the place where people could come and be successful, okay? But the problem is it's becoming more and more difficult to be successful. We're dealing with inflation here, and I heard something on a podcast that 50% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, okay? What does paycheck to paycheck mean? It means that you are not saving money, you're not investing money. You get paid from your job, you pay your bills, you spend it, and you have nothing left. Then you have to wait until next week or 2 weeks later to get paid again, okay? That's paycheck to paycheck. And by the end of that week or next 2 weeks, you're like, oh, come on payday, I'm broke, I need money. People are not prospering, people are just doing their best to survive. People are buying things on credit like cars. They're buying cars on credit, on a loan, instead of paying cash. And mortgage rates. A mortgage is the loan for your house. Okay, I think you guys say hipoteca. Mortgage rates are sky high right now, so people are having to pay 2 times as much for a house as they would have paid just 10 years ago. So things are getting bad, and what scares me is that we're going to get to a place where there is no middle class, okay? There's not people who are just have good jobs, have a nice house, take good care of their families. No. There's only going to be rich people and poor people. And that's a shame because that is exactly what has happened in a lot of countries that have terrible economic problems. Okay, the next problem that I am seeing so much of here in the US, especially in the cities. When I go to Chicago, I see this so much. It is homelessness, it is crime, and it is drug-addicted people. Okay? People walking around like zombies, okay? Homeless people sleeping in tents on the street, in the parks, okay? These are public parks. And especially in Illinois, the state that Chicago is in, people pay huge amounts of tax dollars to take care of these parks, okay? And now they cannot even take their family there and have a nice day because there are homeless people sleeping in tents, peeing all over the place, okay? Drug-addicted people screaming. It's just, it could be scary. It could be scary sometimes. Now, my girlfriend, she lives in Chicago, and she got on the train the other day to go home from work, and there were people smoking marijuana on the train, okay? And nobody said anything. There was no police around. No employees of the train station said anything. People are doing drugs right out in the open, all right? So Crime is becoming a huge issue. Homelessness. The big cities in America are not safe places anymore, okay? And in some cities, not so much Chicago, but in cities like San Francisco, people are closing their businesses because the homelessness and drug addiction problems are so bad. People are stealing from these businesses, and the government's not doing anything to protect its citizens. And something that I have noticed in Chicago is that when you walk around the streets, you do not see police officers, okay? You hardly ever see police officers. And I remember 10 years ago when I was in my early 20s, when you would go to Chicago, you would see police everywhere, okay? They'd be riding around on horses, walking around, riding on bikes, but they were there so people could feel safe, all right? Now you do not see police officers. You see people doing drugs, homeless people who are obviously on drugs, walking around screaming. This one really upsets me. It really upsets me because the people who live in that city, they pay so much money to live there, and the government there is not even protecting the people. Next issue. I'm going quick, guys. I'm going quick. The next issue that I want to talk about is illegal immigration, okay? Illegal immigration. Now, there's something going on at the southern border between Mexico and the U.S., and basically these policies that the Democrat Party and Joe Biden have pushed forward basically open the border, okay? They're letting everybody in without papers, sin preguntar nada, okay? Now, you might be thinking, why? Why would they do this? That's not a great idea. There has to be some sort of process, right? It's not what you think, guys. It's not what you think. And I have heard stories of people coming here, and then after they've been here, they're saying it's not what people in South America think it's going to be when they get here. You have to work so hard for a little bit of money. And the reason that they're letting all these people in is basically slavery, okay? Esclavitud, básicamente. Not even joking, guys. It's because here in the U.S., a U.S. citizen will not do a job. U.S. citizens want $15 an hour just to work at McDonald's, okay? That's how much it costs to pay a McDonald's employee in Chicago. $15 an hour, all right? So what U.S. citizen is going to do a hard construction job or wash dishes in a restaurant for $5 an hour? None, okay? So they're letting these people in who are from places where the economic situation is terrible, and they will work all day for $5 an hour, okay? And it's sad. It's sad, but they're not letting these people in to give them opportunities. They're letting them in for cheap labor. All right, guys. Now, I'm not going to say that there's not opportunity here, because I do know immigrants who are here who worked super hard, who are now successful, who even own their own businesses. That's awesome. That's the American dream. But anything easy is not always good, all right? So don't trust that they're just going to let you through the border free, easy, and everything's going to be fine, okay? Whenever something sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Okay, guys, the next social issue that is terrible right now in the U.S. Nobody is proud to be an American, okay? Nobody is proud to be an American. And I heard a survey, or in a video I was watching, somebody cited a survey where just 10 years ago, 18-year-olds here in the U.S. were asked, are you proud to be an American? And 67% said yes. 67% of 18-year-old Americans were proud to be Americans. They redid this study 3 weeks ago. Only 15% of 18-year-olds said they were proud to be Americans. That's terrible, guys. That is terrible. Now, why is it that right now nobody is proud to be an American? Okay? Let me tell you, when I was a kid, everybody had an American flag in their front yard or their house, okay? People wore shirts with the American flag on it, and everybody was proud to be an American, all right? But now, the reason it got so bad, there's several reasons, I think. One is that nobody trusts the politicians, okay? The politicians lie. They have been proven to be liars, okay? And nobody trusts the politicians. Nobody trusts the news. So how can you be proud to be an American when the American government is a bunch of liars and thieves, okay? So, first of all, nobody likes Joe Biden, our president. Nobody. And, you know, a lot of people hated Donald Trump. But Donald Trump also had fans, okay? So the thing about Donald Trump was 50% of people hated him. 50% loved him. Joe Biden, nobody likes him, okay? A lot of people will say, oh, he's better than Trump because they hated Trump. But nobody ever says, oh, he's doing good. Okay? Nobody. Never. He's a joke. And I think that's a situation that probably 90% of the world has right now. Nobody can be proud of their president. Except for los, ¿quiénes son? Salvadoreños. Nayib Bukele. Nayib Bukele. Es un chingón. I wish our president was like that, but ours is a joke. So these politicians, they lie to us, they steal our money from taxes, they waste our money, they give our money to other countries. Right now, food, gas, rent, everything is 2 times as much as it was just a couple years ago. So why would anybody be proud? Why would anybody be proud to associate with this government who is destroying what so many hardworking Americans have worked for the last 200 and something years? It's really sad. Okay guys, these were just some of the things that have been on my mind today while I was working. I just got done working. I worked for 12 hours today. I'm super tired, but when you have a mission, when you have a dream, you got to keep going. You can't stop for anything, okay? Like a young friend of mine who I'm really starting to respect and admire, he told me in Spanish, but I'll tell you guys in English. A moment of suffering leads to a lifetime of glory. Gracias, Steven. Alright guys, I hope that this was some good advanced English practice for you. Hope you could understand me a little bit, alright? These were just some random thoughts of a random native speaker, okay? But your friend the native English speaker. Como siempre, mis amigos queridos, muchísimas gracias por ver. Nos vemos pronto.